Well, hi everyone, my name is Dan Daugherty. I am the CEO and founder of Rent Marketer. And a couple of weeks ago I presented the 8 rules of internet rental marketing. Rule number 1, renters search everywhere. What you're seeing here is a pie chart from hitwise.com, and they took a look at the top 3,000 real estate sites. And they wanted to see how much traffic each of these sites generated. And they lumped them together. And what they found was the top 10 real estate sites, Zillow.com, Yahoo Real Estate, Apartments.com, ForRent.com, etc., received about 26.21% of total traffic. Sites 11 through 20 of the top real estate sites received about 11.53% of the total traffic. Now here's where it gets interesting. The remaining sites, sites 21 to 3,000, received about 62.26% of total traffic. And this is what we call the long tail of real estate sites. You might be saying, well, that's great on the real estate side, but how is it relevant to the rental space? Here is a graph from Compete.com. We took a look at the top 100 rental sites and the unique monthly visitors for each of these rental sites. You can see why we call it the long tail of rental sites. The top, or the head of the tail, received about 29% of total traffic, and the remaining sites received about 71% of total traffic. As you add more and more rental and classified sites to this list, that percent of traffic increases. Now, so what? What does this mean for you? Well, takeaway for this is the online rental market is extremely fragmented, which means your property needs to be on as many sites as possible so you're reaching as many renters as possible. Rule number 2, to respond quickly is to lease quickly. Rentbits.com did a survey across hundreds of different renters who were actively looking for a rental property. And they asked them a couple questions related to, after you contact the property manager, how long does it take to get back? And we found some interesting data. When they called, 26% said that they actually talked to someone. 74% said they did not talk to anyone. That means they either left a message or hung up. As it related to an email inquiry, 16% said they got a response greater than 48 hours. We also received some Rent Marketer data, and we found that the average rental phone lead stat is 2 minutes and 14 seconds, which means on average, people aren't picking up the phone, it's going to a message. Even more interesting is a study that was done by InsideSales.com, and they looked at 700 different companies in 2008 across many different verticals and industries. And they found that the average response time to get back to a prospect from email was 19 hours and 31 minutes. From phone, when a phone lead came in, it took on average 36 hours and 57 minutes to respond back to that phone lead. But even more interesting is a study that MIT did with the same InsideSales.com data, and they found the longer you wait to return a prospect's phone or email, the less likely you are to contact that individual. In fact, they found that the odds of contacting a lead in 5 minutes versus 30 minutes drops by a factor of 100. What MIT suggests is contacting a prospective renter or a prospect within 5 minutes after they leave a message, and within 1 hour after they email. So what? What does this mean for you? People prefer speaking with people, so it's best to answer the phone. If you can't answer the phone, respond to the phone calls within 5 minutes, and then respond to emails within 1 hour. And then the bottom line, the longer the delay in response, the lower the percent opportunity is to close that lead. Rule number 3, use average rental rates. What you're seeing here is the average rental rates for various cities within Florida. And this is from rentbits.com, where you can view average rental rates in over 2,000 cities within the United States. So what does this mean for your business? Use this to your advantage. You can educate your owners on what the average rental rate is for a house that has 2 bedrooms in Orlando, for example. And you could price the rental to rent out quickly. Well, thank you so much for your time. Again, if you're interested in learning more about the 8 rules of internet rental marketing, please feel free to email me at dan@rentmarketer.com. And if you're interested in learning some more rental tips, please feel free to visit rentmarketer.com as we will continue to add more of these rental tips.